you see that this new program, we are talking 4 different sections. We divide program in 4 different sections, and we try to give some new informations about illnesses in this program, and some healthy clues and some disease knowledges. So according to the last part, I am trying to summary what are we talking about in this program, and we mustn't forget these knowledges in this program. First of all, we are talking about cirrhosis. How can we protect from a cirrhosis? What's cirrhosis? Cirrhosis is the stiffness of the liver and to become to look like a stone, and it doesn't make main functions. How can we protect from cirrhosis? We mustn't drink alcohol. We make some vaccines about hepatitis B, especially also hepatitis A, and we must search our family stories about this cirrhosis, because some reasons of the cirrhosis you learned that inherited illnesses, Wilson disease or hemochromatosis. We must know our family story, our mother's mother, fathers, and the other relatives' health story. We must know for our children. Also, you learned that obesity is one of the reasons of this cirrhosis. Autoimmune hepatitis, also the other form. And we learned that if the patient's skin changing to yellow, and if it's intense itching, trouble digesting certain proteins, and throwing up blood, means that cirrhosis is going to the worst progress. Also, if you have a cirrhosis patient, this patient must be more healthy. He mustn't drink alcohol, he mustn't smoking, and making sure they are vaccinated from flu, pneumonia, or the other kind of hepatitis. Also, keeping up good eating habits. And the second section, how can we protect from tuberculosis? We learned that BCG is a good vaccine for tuberculosis, but it doesn't decrease the population in your community, tuberculosis population. Also, you can protect with, if you leave a tuberculosis case index in your houses, you can protect yourself with chemoprophylaxis, with isoniazid, 300 milligram per day, and you can use it 1 year if you don't have any liver disease. And with this 70% you can protect yourselves. But the main protection way from tuberculosis is, we know that fresh air, and also closing, not to be closed to a tuberculosis index patient. And also cleaning with soaps our hands and faces are also important in our life for protection from tuberculosis. This is the second main learning subjects in this program. And the third one, we are talking about living healthy clues. How can we protect our liver? We must avoid long fastings. We feed regularly, 3 times per day. We don't drink alcohol. We don't smoke because we know that nicotine increase stress in the liver. We must sleep regularly, approximately 6 or 8 hours. On the other hand, we must walk or run every day, approximately 30 minutes. We consume yogurt, ayran, kefir every day. Also, we mustn't use sugar in our lives. If we want or if we need some desserts, we must prefer natural ones. What are they? We talked before in this program. Fruits, honeys, and dry fruits. Also, artichoke, we learned in this program, is an important factor to protect our liver because artichoke includes slimarin. And on the other one is thistle. Thistle protects our livers from cirrhosis. And we know that thistle and slimarin combination is selling in the markets. The name is milk thistle. The other one is 2 cups caffeine per day protects our liver from cirrhosis and liver diseases. And the last section, we talk about news in the health. We learned that some inflammatory bowel diseases is infected from genes. Also, Helicobacter pylori is the reason of some stomach illnesses. We know peptic ulcer, gastritis, this is the reason of these illnesses. But the last study shows us that there is a resistance in Helicobacter pylori treatments according to the antibiotics because we use antibiotics too much in our lives, and Helicobacter gain resistance to these antibiotics. So we know that Helicobacter pylori is one of the reasons of some kind of stomach cancer. In the future, we have big problems about it. And the third one is, it affects all women, breast cancer risk tied to pregnancy history. We learned that for all women, 40s, after 40s, all women needs mammography to protect from or for early diagnosis for breast cancer. And also, if you have fat or body mass index is an inadequate for identifying for postmenopausal breast cancer risk. But if you have fat mass is increasing, you have the risk of breast cancer. And also we learned that if you are a smoker pregnant woman, if you consume vitamin C, your children has better lung function. During your pregnancy, please don't smoke, but if you are smoke with, you must consume more vitamin C. Also, some biological treatments, they are important treatments in inflammatory bowel diseases. We learned that their combinations increase the success of treatment. The seventh one is modest drinking, good for the liver. We can say that you must use modest drinking, and it doesn't affect liver. It can be affect the other health problems. So, but in the reality, it doesn't increase non-alcoholic fatty liver diseases, alcohol fatty liver diseases. The other one is lifestyle factors in late adolescence associated with later development of diverticular diseases requiring hospitalization. In adolescent age, you must do more cardiovascular fitnesses, exercise, and you mustn't obese, you mustn't drink alcohol, high alcohol, or you mustn't smoking. In the future, you don't have diverticular diseases when you are an old person. Also, we know that everybody to be healthy, use some herbal medicines and some dietary supplementation for induced their sport activity, but this dietary supplementation induced liver injuries, approximately 4%, and approximately 2% of this, half of this, anabolic steroids, and they who use this, bodybuilders and some weight lifters in sports, they use these medicines, and they lost in the future their liver. Teens, adults with epilepsy at high risk for depression, because if you have an epilepsy in your life, this is very hard for you, and it increases your depression, and depression increases your successfulness in the life. So we must use some antidepressive drugs to this kind of patients. This is the end of our program. And in the next program, we will talk about new informations about health and illnesses. Please be healthy. Please love yourself and love the nature.